10 hidden female weaknesses, once understood, that will transform how you interact with women forever. 1. The craving for emotional certainty. Women aren't just emotional creatures, they're emotional navigators. Their feelings aren't random, but serve as sophisticated guidance systems, especially in relationships. One of their greatest hidden vulnerabilities is their need for emotional certainty with a man. This isn't just about passion, it's about stability, and knowing they won't be abandoned when things get tough. Women are subconsciously drawn to men who remain emotionally steady and exude calmness even in chaotic situations. A man who is reactive, moody, or emotionally dependent quickly loses attraction because it signals weakness. If a woman feels she has to emotionally stabilize you, the roles reverse, you become the fragile one, and she's forced into a caretaking role that kills attraction fast. Next time she's upset, practice remaining calm without dismissing her feelings. Don't match her emotional state. Be the steady anchor instead. Take 3 deep breaths before responding to emotionally charged situations. 2. The attraction to what they can't fully have. There's an undeniable psychological truth about human nature. We value what is scarce. This is why luxury items are desirable. They aren't easily obtained. A woman's hidden weakness is her attraction to men she can't completely possess. Men who are too available, too eager, or too obvious about their interest lose value in a woman's eyes. She may appreciate the attention, but she won't chase it. The men who create a sense of distance and mystery trigger something deep within her, a desire to close that gap. This is why women often become fascinated by men who seem somewhat indifferent. It's not because they enjoy being ignored, but because their subconscious mind assigns higher value to something uncertain. Don't always be immediately available. Maintain your independence and personal interests. When you do spend time together, be fully present, but don't abandon your life for her. Schedule regular time for your personal goals and friendships. 3. The unconscious response to presence and voice. One of the most underrated psychological triggers for attraction is a man's physical presence and voice. Studies show that men with deeper voices are perceived as more dominant, confident, and attractive. This isn't random preference, it's rooted in evolutionary psychology. A deep voice subconsciously signals high testosterone and leadership qualities. But it's more than just vocal tone. It's about your entire presence. Women respond to men who know how to command a room without trying too hard. Presence radiates before you even speak. It's how you hold yourself, move, and react to the world. A man with a strong presence moves with purpose, maintains eye contact without nervousness, and speaks deliberately as if every word matters. Practice speaking more slowly and from your diaphragm rather than your throat. Stand tall with your shoulders back and feet shoulder width apart. Record yourself speaking and identify where you can eliminate filler words like and like. 4. The fear response to loss. Want to trigger a woman's deepest emotional response? Show her that you're willing to walk away if your standards aren't met. One of the greatest hidden weaknesses women have is their emotional reaction to potential loss. It's simple psychology. People value what they fear losing. Most men do the opposite. When they sense a woman pulling away, they start chasing, begging, and over-explaining. This only proves one thing, that you need her more than she needs you. And the moment a woman senses that imbalance, attraction diminishes. A man who can walk away without desperation communicates ultimate confidence. Without saying a word, you're showing that your self-worth isn't dependent on her validation. This mindset drives women crazy, not because you're playing games, but because it demonstrates unshakable self-respect. Define your non-negotiable standards and boundaries before entering any relationship. When these are crossed, calmly communicate once. If the behavior continues, be willing to step back without drama or ultimatums. 5. The magnetic pull toward a man with a mission. A woman's biggest weakness isn't a man's looks, money, or charm, it's his purpose. Women are instinctively drawn to men driven by something greater than themselves. A man with a clear mission, whether building a business, mastering a craft, or conquering a personal goal, automatically becomes magnetic. Why? Because purpose creates focus, discipline, and independence, qualities women can't resist. The mistake most men make is making a woman their mission. They prioritize her above all else, making her feel like she's the center of their world. But ironically, this kills attraction. Women don't want to be your only focus. They want to be part of something bigger. Write down 3 goals that excite you that have nothing to do with relationships. Commit to spending at least 5 hours weekly actively pursuing these goals. Share your passion with her, but never abandon it for her. 6. The paradox of controlled vulnerability. There's a delicate balance with vulnerability. Too much, and a woman sees you as weak. Too little, and she sees you as emotionally unavailable. Women are drawn to men who understand this paradox. Men who can be open, but in a way that maintains their strength. A common mistake men make is thinking women want them to be emotionally expressive all the time. While women do want a man who can connect deeply, they are repelled by men who overshare, complain, or seek emotional validation from them. The key is showing vulnerability selectively, acknowledge emotions without being controlled by them, share struggles, but only after you've overcome them. Share one challenge you've overcome and what it taught you, rather than current struggles you haven't resolved. Practice expressing feelings without seeking reassurance. I felt disappointed when that happened, but I've decided to. 7. The instinct to test your emotional strength. Most men don't realize that women test them constantly. These tests aren't malicious, they're subconscious ways for women to determine if a man is truly strong. A woman might challenge your opinions to see if you stand firm, create small conflicts to see if you remain calm, or act disinterested to see if you become insecure. These tests aren't about being difficult. They're instinctive methods to filter out emotionally weak men. If a woman senses that a man is easily rattled, reactive, or overly emotional, she loses respect for him. The secret? Never react emotionally to a woman's tests. Stay calm, smile, and remain unfazed. The next time you feel tested or challenged, pause and ask yourself, is this a test of my emotional stability? Respond with a slight smile and calm confidence, rather than defensiveness or insecurity. 8. The attraction to confidence in the face of rejection. Most men are terrified of rejection, but the few who embrace it with confidence become irresistible. Women are drawn to men who handle rejection like it doesn't affect them at all. When a man shrugs off rejection, laughs, or even turns it into a joke, it signals unshakable self-worth. Think about it. Desperate men fear rejection because they believe they have limited options. Confident men don't care because they know their value. If a woman rejects you, simply say, "No worries, your loss." Smile, nod, and walk away without another thought. The key is to never let rejection lower your energy. Practice small rejections daily. Ask for something you know might be denied, like a discount or special request. When rejected, practice smiling, saying, "No problem," and walking away with the same positive energy. 9. The fascination with men who are hard to read. If a woman knows exactly how you feel all the time, she stops wondering, and when she stops wondering, she stops chasing. Women are drawn to men who keep them guessing. This doesn't mean playing manipulative games. It means maintaining an element of mystery and unpredictability. A man who is too easy to read, who always texts back immediately, is overly expressive about his feelings too soon, or constantly seeks validation, loses intrigue. A high-value man creates attraction by not being an open book. He keeps a woman engaged by being selective in what he shares, responding at his own pace, and maintaining an air of calm unpredictability. Delay your responses occasionally. Don't share every thought and feeling. When asked, "What are you thinking?" sometimes respond with a smile and "I'll tell you later" before changing the subject. The 10th, the respect for a man who controls his desires. The ultimate female weakness. Women can't resist a man who is in control of himself. Most men are ruled by their desires. They chase women, seek validation, and let impulses dictate their actions. But the men who hold real power are those who control their desires, instead of being controlled by them. Women are drawn to men who don't chase mindlessly. They choose wisely, aren't desperate for intimacy, maintain standards, and don't let pleasure override purpose. The moment you stop pursuing women is often the moment they start pursuing you. A man who can walk away, say no, and put his mission before his urges is a man women will always crave. Practice delaying gratification in small ways daily. Wait an extra hour before checking social media. Hold off on buying something you want for 48 hours. These small acts of self-discipline build the character that women find irresistible. Understanding these female psychological patterns isn't about manipulation, it's about personal mastery. True Stoicism isn't suppressing emotions, but cultivating inner strength that shows through in how you handle life's challenges. The truth is, most men go through life thinking they need to impress women with money, looks, or charm. But the real key to attraction lies in understanding these hidden psychological triggers, vulnerabilities that women themselves may not fully realize. Women, just like men, have subconscious desires and emotional responses they can't always control. Remember, women are attracted to the man you become when you're focused on your purpose, confident in your worth, and in control of your emotions. Embody these qualities not just to attract women, but to become the best version of yourself. If you found value in this, subscribe for more wisdom on mastering life and attraction. Until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and never chase.